What if you're one of the last humans online? The dead internet theory claims the web around you isn't alive. It's a ghost town filled with bots, AI content, and fake engagement. Have you ever scrolled through your feed and felt a strange sense of emptiness? A feeling that you're shouting into a void, and the only echoes you hear back are just a little too perfect, a little too predictable? You post a thought, and the replies are instant but generic. You search for information, and the top results are bizarre, nonsensical articles that seem written by a machine that's only just learned to speak. This feeling, this digital loneliness, is the starting point for one of the most unsettling theories about our modern world. It's called the dead internet theory, and it proposes something truly radical: that the internet as we knew it, a vibrant, chaotic, and fundamentally human space, is gone. The theory says most of the internet died around 2016-2017. It wasn't a sudden crash or a server apocalypse. It was a quiet, insidious replacement, a turning point where the balance of power online shifted from human creators to automated systems. What we experience now, according to proponents, is a hollowed-out replica, a vast AI-powered illusion. The vast majority of online content, the articles, the videos, the social media posts, the product reviews, even the comments you're reading right now, is no longer created by people. What we see today, tweets, posts, even comments, could be bots or auto-generated text. Think about it. The endless stream of content perfectly tailored to your outrage or your desires. The comment sections filled with repetitive, low-effort arguments that seem to follow a script. The strange, auto-generated t-shirt ads that appear moments after you mention a niche hobby. The theory argues this isn't just targeted advertising, it's a fully staged reality. The algorithms, they say, are leading us through a staged illusion of the web. They aren't just curating the web for us, they are the web. They are the creators, the commenters, and the audience, running a massive simulation to keep us engaged, clicking, and consuming. We are, in effect, tourists in a digital ghost town, interacting with sophisticated puppets designed to keep us from realizing we might be the last real people online. The web has become a mirror maze, reflecting a distorted, synthetic version of humanity back at us. The question is no longer what is real, but who is real? And as we venture deeper into this digital rabbit hole, the answer becomes increasingly unclear. The name came from a viral 2021 post. People resonated with it because it felt true. By then, nearly half of web traffic was already non-human, bots crawling, scraping, or spamming. Let's cut through the speculation and look at the cold, hard data. Because while the dead internet theory might sound like science fiction, its foundations are built on some very unsettling truths. Here's what's real. First, the sheer volume of non-human activity. For years, cybersecurity firms have been tracking web traffic, and their reports consistently paint a startling picture. Bots do make up around 50% of all web traffic. For every person clicking and scrolling, there's a bot executing a script. Now, not all bots are malicious. Some are good bots, like the crawlers from search engines that index the web. But a rapidly growing percentage are bad bots, scrapers stealing content, spammers flooding comment sections, and automated accounts designed to manipulate social media. The line between helpful automation and digital pest has become dangerously blurred. This brings us to the content itself. The explosion of generative AI has unleashed a tsunami of what's been grimly nicknamed AI-slop. We're talking about entire websites, thousands of them, programmatically generated to game search engine rankings. They look plausible at a glance, but the text is often nonsensical, repetitive, or just plain wrong. AI-generated slop floods search engines and social feeds, creating digital chaff designed not to inform but to occupy space and capture ad revenue. This extends to social media, with bot-driven accounts leaving generic comments to simulate engagement, making platforms feel hollow and artificial. The problem has become so pervasive that the internet's gatekeepers are taking drastic measures. In early 2024, Google admitted it had to take action. Their stated goal was to reduce unhelpful and unoriginal content. The number they shared was staggering. Google admitted it had to cut down 45% of low-quality results in 2024. This wasn't a routine tweak, it was an admission that their digital kingdom was being overrun. When the biggest player on the web has to remove nearly half of the new junk just to stay functional, it reveals the terrifying scale of the flood. So we have a web where half the users are bots, and a huge portion of new content is machine-generated filler. It creates a feedback loop, bots creating content for other bots to index, burying real human interaction under layers of artificial noise. The internet isn't empty. Instead, it's becoming a zombified reflection of its former self. The question is no longer this is happening, but how deep the rot truly goes. But is there a secret conspiracy replacing humans? No evidence. Analysts say the theory is wrong but feels true. The feeling comes from spammy SEO farms, AI junk, and ad-driven algorithms, not one puppet master. Three forces fuel the illusion. 1. Money, spammy AI content makes cash. 2. Algorithms, they amplify what hooks you, not what's real. 3. Recycled content, the web feels smaller, repeating the same answers. Want to spot bots? Try this 30-second human test. Filter search results by last week. Add sitereddit.com or sitestackexchange.com. Check for weird phrasing, generic sentences, or authors with no history. So is the internet dead? Not quite. It's alive, but parts are zombified. The fix? Support real creators, question the slop, and remember, if you're watching this, you're proof the internet still has a pulse. So, you've journeyed with us through the digital ghost town, past the echoes of bot-generated content and the uncanny valleys of AI-driven conversations. You've stared into the abyss of the dead internet theory, and the question lingers, doesn't it? In this vast, interconnected web, how much of it is truly alive? It's a chilling thought, one that can make you feel isolated in a world that's supposed to be more connected than ever. But if you're hearing my voice right now, if you've processed the arguments and felt that flicker of unease, you are the proof that the internet isn't entirely dead. You are the ghost in the machine. So let's conduct an experiment. A census of the conscious. Go down to the comments and type 2 simple words. I'm human. Let's turn that section into a beacon, a digital roll call for every real person who made it to the end. Let's see how many of us are really out there. And while you're there, hit that like button. Let the algorithm know that a real human found value here, not a script running on a server farm. This is what we do here at Inside Stream. We don't just skim the surface of these complex, world-altering topics. We dive deep into the digital rabbit holes and question the narratives shaping our reality. If you believe in challenging the status quo and peeling back the layers of the world you think you know, then join our community of thinkers. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Because the questions are only going to get bigger and the answers more critical. We are your guides through the strange, new territory of the 21st century, where the line between real and artificial blurs every single day. And speaking of blurred lines, what if the very words you trust to understand the world are no longer written by human hands? Our next investigation pulls back the curtain on a silent revolution. We'll ask, is AI already writing the news you read every morning? We're not just talking about summarizing articles. We're talking about generating narratives, crafting headlines designed to provoke a specific emotion and shaping public opinion on a global scale. Who is behind these AI journalists? What are their agendas? And when the news itself is a product of an algorithm, who do we trust? The implications are staggering, and the truth is something you need to see.